At 28, I thought I didn't want to stay in the game.
Right. Okay.
I didn't have the drive maybe or I was just thoroughly enjoying playing at 28. I thought, as probably a lot of players do, think you're just going to keep playing forever,
Yeah.
which is not the case at all. But I think I got to 31, and I think obviously you can. It's not in sight, but you know that the years go much, much quicker the older you get, and you think, well, that year's just flown by. If I do that four more times, I'm getting to 35.
Yeah.
But then I think along the lines of seeing all these different managers and playing for them, and seeing different coaches and playing against different coaches, and how people do it, and how David had done it when he came in and developed my game massively at 34. What could be done and how it can be done. And I think there was a massive interest in it, a huge interest in, and not just giving back what I'd learned, but obviously I'd sort of see myself as a leader, but not a forced leader. It's just, I think it's just the way I probably am
Yeah.
as a person. Naturally sort of caring and want people to do well. And I think obviously having an idea of how the game I'd like it to be played, but developing those sort of relationships and getting a group of people together, not just players but staff as well, and gelling them all together is something that really interests me. So it's definitely something I sort of developed from sort of 30 onwards. Obviously doing my badges along the way. I did my B, my A,
Yeah.
and won my pro license with the Welsh FA. And it's hugely sort of rewarding when you have your own team, or
Yeah.
you're part of a team and teaching or helping players become better. It's something that I want to do going forward for sure. There's many, many years. I think if I'm just 39, then if I could do another 20 years of coaching and managing, then it's going to be a good career going forward. I think David Wagner opened my eyes to playing the game a totally different way,
Yeah.
and teaching a group of players without having any transfer window initially, a group of players to play a certain way that none of us had ever played before.
Right.
None. There'd not been one player in our group that had gone, oh no, I've seen this before, I've played in this before, trained this way before. We've trained a European model. We trained at 3 o'clock in the afternoons. We'd mirror the 7:45 kickoff the night before.
Yeah.
Food, diet, recovery, analysis, like the real in-depth thought process of the game. Firstly, David had been obviously sacked with Christoph, or parted company, however it come about. So the week that was the City game was my first opportunity to be a caretaker manager. I mean, it was a whirlwind, but
Yeah.
he'd come in to say goodbye to the players on Monday morning. And obviously I'd been told on Sunday night that I'd be taking the team from there on. So I spoke to David, said obviously thanks for everything he'd done for me.
Yeah.
And he said, obviously, I'd like to see the players. I said, of course, yeah. I mean, it's your team, so
Yeah.
say what, go ahead. And then it was quite weird, a bit surreal that obviously I was in the meeting when he was saying sort of goodbye and thanks for everything. And then he sort of went over to me, and then he left, and I was in the same dressing room having to deliver a sort of, I'd say a pickup speech, but it was a more of a grounding one, really, to say to the players, listen, this is the brutal world of football. A lot of you have probably seen this already, but he was quite emotional. So were some of the players.
Yeah.
I said, that's what can happen if you don't all pull together and realise what opportunity you've got. And when you're working with someone, some players obviously always think the grass is greener on the other side, and sometimes it's not. But
Yeah.
just sort of gave a message of we still have a game on Sunday. It's obviously the biggest team in probably the world at the time.
Yeah.
And it's live on Sky. So
Yeah.
you've all got an opportunity to go and showcase what you're all about. So we'll train today, and then we'll put a plan in place of what we're going to do this week. So I think what helps is say communication from above. So like I said, I got phoned on Sunday to say this is what's going to happen. Gave me the opportunity to then maybe plan what the week would look like going forward. So then you'll take the game Sunday, then Sunday night we'll have a conversation about what's to follow after that.
Yeah.
And I think if you get clear communication from above, then you know what you can then deliver to the players, because they need to know. Ultimately, it's about the players, so they're going to be asking questions, and rightly so, because they want to know what's going on with their futures, of what the plan is. So if you can deliver almost a message to finish the game and then we'll talk, then you've got a week to go ahead and plan and prep and get them together and as ready as you can in the week. So we did that, and I thoroughly enjoyed the week. I've got to be honest. It was I've got many messages saying you've got nothing to lose. They're top of the league, beating everyone every week by quite heavy numbers. Just go and enjoy it, and that's sort of the message I gave to the players. Really, is again, I knew there's not much you can change in a week. I just wanted to get them working early part of the week. Bit of a blow, try and clear the air a little bit, and then more tactical towards the end of the week, and that's what we did. And ultimately we did okay for I think 41 minutes, and they scored, and then it was a battle after that. I think we lost 3-0, but again, the whole time in the game I had a massive smile on my face, heart was racing the whole time. Obviously, it was a Sky game, so there's loads of media as well. Before and after, enjoyed that as well. So yeah, it was a brilliant introduction to it, really, of what it would be or could be like, especially at the elite level. And then had an opportunity again. I'm trying to think how long after, 8 months after, maybe 8 months, and then that was for about 5 weeks. So obviously, having previously done it and had my own as well within the time that I was there, had my own group as the academy, it prepares you for what is to come. So it's not suddenly I hadn't trained or took a group before and been in front of them and know how to talk to players, and it doesn't feel unnatural at all. It's just you've got a lot of I suppose responsibility with it's your club then almost. You're the man in charge.